And now we get... What? Now we get Zebra Xemnas.
From the realm of light.
Okay.
I will
I
not
don't know
allow
why
it
his
to
outfit
end this
changes
way.
to something as weird as this,
Not
but...
yet. If light and darkness are
Why?
eternal,
Fuck.
then surely we nothings must be the same. Eternal.
You're right. Light and darkness are eternal. Nothing probably goes on forever too. But guess what, Xemnas?
That doesn't mean you're eternal.
Even though you are nothing.
No more eternal than that radiance of yours.
So, the final boss fight.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the final phase.
I was gonna say. This makes more sense.
Yeah.
Anger and
So
hate
remember what I said about the rematch?
Oh, it involves this?
Yep,
Yep.
this phase is rough.
Oh god.
Especially if you're not getting in that rematch. Yes, especially.
You have to do the first fight and this fight together?
So it's the very first fight you had against him, and this.
That's fuck. Wow, he beat the ever-loving shit out of you. Good lord.
Why do you feel like that hasn't been different?
Well, another one of those I had to be different based off the timing of a certain moment.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
Back off. Take this.
Fail all of it, he will fucking destroy you.
Yep. It's quite difficult to do that when you got someone else in
They're really gonna keep swinging and keep hitting triangle the moment that shit comes up.
Yep, and it gets pretty cool.
Good fucking lord. Jesus.
Here we go! The other big thing that Xemnas likes to do.
Lasers.
Yep.
Flies around and drops lasers to shoot at you. Jesus.
You know, if you dodge it enough, just line home in on you. I guess the only way you can theoretically do it no damage is by having reflect on.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is it.
He doesn't give you a lot of time to actually hit him either.
Yeah.
Oh, now he takes a break. Or no, he just delayed
No,
it.
he just delayed it.
Alright, not cool, man.
Yeah.
What the?
Yeah.
Oh, he's cloning, okay.
Yep.
I'll say, why the hell is there one on the floor? That's fucked up.
Oh, remember this from the first game?
Oh, god.
Yep.
Final mix?
Oh, I remember this.
Oh, this is gonna be the most pain in the ass part.
Without your health, Sora is doomed.
Yep.
Oh, you gotta get to where his health drains. Oh, shit.
Yeah, what I usually do is press square and use that. Like, walk forward, press square. Because otherwise, that happens. Because he just does that wall and it's so annoying.
Oh, no! Thank you!
Yeah, damn it. Damn it, clone! Yeah, one shot.
Is that all you got?
I think he's stunned as well, so...
Yeah, it does stun him, so...
You could probably heal.
We shall go together.
Jeez!
Didn't give me a chance to.
Uh-oh.
This could be bad.
Okay, there we go.
We shall go together.
Oh, God.
Oh, I guess you have to be near death for the big thing to happen.
Yep.
Okay. Good lord! Yeah, I'll say your magic just came back too.
Damn.
Of course it did. Of course it did.
Oh.
That's...
You restart from this phase, I
Yeah.
hope?
Okay.
Thank
should.
God.
Anger
Sucked.
and hate are supreme.
Alright.
And
Yep, Riku won't kill you, so this is definitely gonna be a little harder.
Yeah, because I chose to take the items off.
Yep.
So I wanted to show the fucking... I think it could have kept Riku's items on him.
Oh, yeah.
It's automatically though, it's the thing.
But he wasn't in the...
Oh yeah, he wasn't in the card.
I should have. Yeah. Damn it. Why didn't I figure that?
Yeah, take
I
this.
just assumed Riku was involved in the entire fight, so I never said anything.
Yeah, I think we could switch him out to Donald.
Yeah, that too. As long as you didn't have on the ability that automatically puts them in when one of the party members dies.
Yeah.
Back off.
I don't think Riku has that though.
I don't remember if he does.
I know
Yeah,
at least
yeah,
Goofy does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is it. Take this.
Because when you lose Goofy, you know things got bad.
Yeah. He's doing different attacks from last time.
Yeah, Xemnas has a lot of stuff to do.
Back off. Yeah. Back off.
Fortunately though, we're close to the kid.
Fucking!
Now, at least gonna go by clicker. Problem is though, it's not a matter of trying to do damage to him that's the problem.
It's surviving.
He just does so much. There's so many different attacks this guy does. It's disgusting.
My goodness. Oh, okay, he's getting hit by a certain attack that starts this.
It's definitely a very solid final boss.
Yeah.
Back off.
Oh, you can hit them away. You time it right.
I
Oh.
think they also like,
Why don't
Yeah.
Oh, there we go, now you're getting hurt. God damn it! That's a fake.
why don't you vanish?
Nothing happens to you damage the fake at all, huh?
nope.
It's really just there just to be in the way.
Yep.
Damn.
Can you
Oh god.
I wonder if...
At least you're nearly full health this time.
Yeah, no, this one's gonna be a little bit... You can take the sweet time.
Sora.
Hey! Here I come. Hey! Here I come. Hey, stop that! Oh, come on!
It's usually a strategy.
Alright, hey! Stop that! Not fair! How come my defense is every freaking time?
Is that all you got?
Okay, now you're just...
You told me last time, Riku, shut up!
we shall go together.
My
Yep.
God.
It's your magic this time.
It's like, time to bring back the... What do I show you here? Okay.
So I had magic this time.
Yep.
Fucker.
Wow. I can see this thing as being an absolute nightmare.
Yes.
Yep.
And this isn't even the worst part of it.
Oh, the worst part we haven't seen yet.
Oh, the very end, yeah, you guys did say there was something. Okay. I'm just swinging down here with a fucker now. Magic is healed. Just so you know.
Alright. Time.
Oh, here it is. Because this is how you have to finish him.
This is what true bullet hell looks like.
Yep. A shot. Every time you miss one of these.
Yep.
Mash the crap out of X and triangle the whole time.
Yep. Mash it like your life depends on it.
Smash, 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 smash.
You lose some health every time you screw up.
You have to frame by frame this for everyone to miss.
Yeah.
My goodness! What the? Fuck off!
Yep.
Wow!
You have to mash for your life there.
Jesus Christ! That's a lot!
Yeah. And like I said, imagine if you missed a bunch of those.
Yeah.
You are gonna die. Both in game and in real life.
Yeah.
This is a freaking game.
Oh god. Oh wow, he's using Riku's Keyblade.
Riku!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now they're trading. Okay. Or by the power of friendship. Let's lock his heartless. Wait.
Nobody. So,
Let's lock him forever.
snap. Just because I can't be asked.
Yeah.
You're trying to get powered up again.
To be
Yep.
fair, when you reach that phase, you're pretty much done. You just need to lose at some point. Do a 5. Yeah.
And that's
Ironic.
And that is the end of Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
Space game.
Mm-hmm.
We still got the rest of the post game for the final mix stuff.
Yep.
We did it!
Oh man.
I wouldn't be too sure of that.
Oh no, there's all these
Well,
nobodies.
I might as well put the controller down.
Yep.
Because this is going to be a long one.
Yep. I may as well bring the remote over here for when that starts. You get it, yeah. Say we're gonna want to turn the volume down a lot when that starts.
Yep.
Sora,
We can keep it up for right now. I'm saying when the credits
Don't
start.
say another
I'll just
word.
mute it when the credits start.
It's not
Yeah.
over. It's just not.
Switch might be in the way. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
My Switch, dang it.
how can you say that? Even if we could go on. Look where we are.
It's like,
Yeah, we're in the middle
Oh,
of
come
nothing.
on, Riku. You've been
Yeah.
hanging out in darkness too long.
you can be my wingman anytime, Riku.
You gotta try and think positive.
Wingman.
Sora,
Thank you, Jarvis.
you lead.
Got it.
If this was nothing, there wouldn't be any shapes here.
You know,
Yeah.
I always
It would just
figured I
be
was
a
better
void.
at stuff
Yep.
than you.
It would just be
Really?
absolutely nothing.
Are you
There's
mad?
something here.
No,
They just call it
I
nothing because...
kinda always thought you were better at everything, too.
Yeah, kind of hilarious because it's like...
Oh, here's the reason why they call it nothing.
Shut up.
Oh.
Exactly.
Riku, look. What's that light?
And I kind of find it hilarious that these two are just like walking slowly. It's like... I just imagine like Sora and Riku like, you feel like we made any progress in here? I have no idea.
Sora, you've been circling around the same corner for 3 hours now.
We've been walking in a circle, I swear.
No, it's like he walks into that one portal and he comes out the other end.
But hey,
End of the road.
Yep.
remember that one place at the very beginning of the game?
Yep.
Here we are again.
Yep.
Put me down.
And
Like
also
you want.
remember this for a couple of the future games.
Oh, I feel like this
Yep.
is gonna be a big moment.
For a couple of games in particular.
I know one game in particular because I played that one. Pretty sure.
Well, the
You know-
secret ending for that one game.
Maybe
Whereas
the darkness has gotten to
in
me,
3,
too.
it's very important.
Seems about right.
Riku!
Oh, okay. I can walk. Oh, fuck.
This world is perfect for me.
Oh,
If
okay.
this is what the world really is, just this, then maybe
That's a
I
boring
should
world.
fade back into darkness.
Riku.
If the world is made
But
of light
here's
and darkness,
the thing that... Okay, obviously
be
we'll
the
get more
darkness.
into it when we get later in the series, but the thing that does piss me off the most, in terms of, like,
Yeah.
the main trio
The other
of
side.
the characters for the series. Yeah,
The realm
Sora,
of light is safe now.
Riku and
Kyrie, the
Yep.
king, and the
They
others
all
are there.
barely change at all.
that's what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And...
Hey, Sora,
Because the main
Could you
arc
help
with
me?
Riku, because we saw
I want
his
to get down
biggest
to the water.
overcoming arc, both last game and this game.
Mm-hmm.
Him out to being able to control the darkness. Apparently, Nomura likes that trope way too much for Riku, where it's basically the same king arc every damn time Riku's in the game.
Overcoming more darkness.
At least the
Yep.
waves sound
What?
the same.
It's like, oh, I overcame Ansem inside me. Except, no, I didn't.
I've come back. Fuck.
Oh,
What I
The
said
dark
back
thing
there
is you're not too far
about
off the dark.
Thinking I was better
Yeah,
at
we'll
stuff
get
than
that.
you.
Oh, we'll get
I
that.
figured. At least one of the games
To
I
tell
have.
you the truth,
Okay.
Sora,
But Sora is just, he's
I
just
was
there.
jealous of you.
Yeah.
Kyrie more
for?
so,
Yeah.
sadly enough.
I
Yeah.
wished I could live life the way you
Who
do.
knows? It might be developing Kyrie in the
Just
future.
following my heart.
If Melody of Memories is anything to go by.
Yeah, well, I've got my share of
About
problems
goddamn
too.
time.
Like what?
Yeah.
Like wanting to be
Only for it
like
to be
you.
nothing but Disney.
Hmm.
Which, of course, at the time of this recording, the mobile game finally
There is
ended.
one advantage to being me.
Cross.
Doesn't know.
Something
Yeah.
you can never imitate.
Well, there's going to be an offline version for Dark Road later.
Really?
Just so they can
What's
finish
that?
fleshing out that story.
Having you for a friend.
But the actual Union Cross story, that is done.
Then I guess
That is outright
I'm okay
done.
the way I am.
And
I've got something you can
I
never
will
imitate too.
save
Everything you got to say about how
that ended and how it connects to the main series when we get into that proper when we view the back cover cutscenes.
Oh, right. So that'll be after Dream Drop distance, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing it's just cutscenes that we have to sit through instead of just an actual full game.
Yep.
I want to do a Let's Play of a mobile game? Well,
Can't.
now, but...
Can't now because it's things ended. So maybe Dark Road later down the road when it actually gets the offline version. I still at the time of this recording we have no idea when that's going to be.
Right.
Probably just end up being cutscenes anyway if it's a mobile game. More than likely.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I
Sora?
mean, you can go back to the original Union Cross
think
and
it's
just
for
view
you.
all the actual cutscenes for that too, like an actual app. So there's that.
So let me know when the
Ooh, major cutscene. Okay.
Yeah,
we
real
already
time
did that.
cutscene.
last
Or
major
not real
cutscene
time.
in the game.
Not
We pray
no
for our
pre-rendered.
sorrows to end.
Yeah.
Pre-rendered cutscene. My bad.
And hope
Last
that
major
our hearts
cutscene
will
in the game,
blend.
probably.
Yep.
Now I will step forward to
Actually, no,
realize
that's
this
a lie.
wish.
There's one more.
And who knows?
Yes.
Starting a new journey may not be so
Kind
hard.
Depends
Or
on
maybe it's already begun.
circumstances.
There are many
Well,
worlds,
actually, that's
but
the
they
funny
share the
thing
same sky.
that I will actually go over once
One
we get to
sky.
that point,
One destiny.
which is after the crash roll, obviously.
Oh my god!
Light.
the door to light.
Get the fuck out of here, finally!
Yay!
We'll go together. Yeah.
Wait, you can walk again, you faker.
Piece of shit.
And now is when you probably want to start the audio mute for the game.
Right.
Let me just do it myself.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
because this is when I believe musically is when it starts.
That
Yeah.
same fucking song?
Yep.
Really, the same fucking song. Jesus Christ.
Yep. Sanctuary.
Yep. Sadly, you guys won't be able to hear it, but
But if you guys get a chance to listen to it, it is actually a pretty good piece of music.
it is great. Goddamn focus tracks.
Yeah. Like, damn copyright system.
It's kind of
Hey.
annoying. Kind of feels counterintuitive because it makes it seem like nobody's gonna know your music if nobody's gonna be able to listen to it.
Well, if it's published by the original, like, artist, that's one thing.
Yeah.
So I can understand in some regard why
Yeah,
they
but
would
it's
be...
like comes to a certain point where, you know, if the person's dead or something, then it's like, well, why are you still holding on to music if there's still something of value there?
Well, because...
Oh no, reunion got cut short.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just copyright's a weird thing.
Yes, it is. That's a whole nother can of worms I really don't want to open.
Yeah, I don't feel like. dealing
Because
with that
every
shit.
single country has
Oh,
its
goofy.
own... Every country has its own copyright system. I just know in the U.S. it's life of the author plus 75, I want to say it is.
Yeah.
I know it's in the 70s. For after the death of the author, it's 70-something years.
Which. I don't know. Part
And
of
you
it-
can thank the corporation that helped with bringing this game for that little thing.
Yep.
That was the whole...
Have a piece of shit. But
So yeah, the American copyright system, you have this to thank for how it is in America because they don't want to lose their precious little mouse.
But unfortunately, they're going to, and they can't. And they can't say no at this point.
Oh, they'll try.
They'll try.
We
Whether
know
they
we
can.
know they'll try.
Whether they will succeed is another way to find out.
Yeah.
And now we're finally at the credits. They made it home.
Yep.
Yay!
So, final thoughts on the story of Kingdom Hearts 2, because we're still technically not done with this playthrough, ladies and gentlemen.
Looking for a
Why don't
fellow.
you start out?
Alright, so I remember when I first played this game back in 2006. Like, this was shortly after, this was not long after I moved up to Bucks County from Philly, so... And I remember I played off my brother's PS2, and this was the first game I've actually fully beaten.
Of the three?
At the time,
At the time of three, yeah.
Yes. And, like, and I will say that as a game in itself, it is, I love the combat, and Final Mix definitely flourished with the combat even more. The Cavern of Remembrance is, it's okay, but it's not my go-to thing. The worlds in themselves, there could have been more done with them, but I'm happy with what we did get. Now, in terms of the story, of course, there are problems. There are some big glaring problems, and
We've gone over a lot of that
we
already.
got over a lot of it as we went through it.
But because there's been so much, let's try to make over the key points.
But yeah, the key points that the organization, there could have been more done with them
Yeah.
in this game, especially since they were the biggest bads. And it's like, it feels like the first half of the game they completely forgot about the organization, and then when the second visit, it's like, oh yeah, we have this other group of enemies we just introduced in this game.
We had to get Maleficent involved.
Yeah.
Even then, he was mostly
Even
Pete.
But yeah, it is definitely a game I will definitely go back to above all the other Kingdom Hearts games, but not something I could easily marathon as case in point with this,
Right.
because this is a long game to marathon.
Yeah.
Marathoning any RPG is kind of a suicide mission in and of itself, or any big game like
And-
RPG Open
And
World.
even so, just the as you saw, ladies and gentlemen, the base game itself, without barely doing any of the Final Mix exclusive stuff, is long in itself.
And mind you, some of this probably could have been cut out if we cut out a lot of the side stuff, to be fair, but it still would have been quite long even then. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure it probably would have been over
And
100.
I'm pretty sure there's probably going to be people in the comments saying, like, oh, well, if you hate the game so much, why are you less playing? It's like, no, we don't hate the game. It's like, look, I would be doing 120 plus playthrough of this game, possibly 130 by the time this is all over.
Yeah.
Like, if I didn't like the game.
We might be near 140 by the time everything's all over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there's a reason why Coda considered doing this at all, and why.
Yeah.
At least I'm here anyway, and I'm pretty sure at this point.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
Kenji
like,
at this
I
point as well.
love the story, love the combat. Like, if this series really did end...
Hey, how you guys?
Oh.
Like, if this series did end on this game, it would have ended on a high note, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
of course, because of how open-ended, the more likes to leave it, there's always room for more games, and it showed.
Yep, and it kind
showed.
of blew up in the game's face because of it.
Nomura just wrote himself in a corner by the time he got the Dream Drop Distance, honestly. And we'll go over that when we get there.
Yep.
Woof.
But, like I said, I think I've said it multiple times already, love the combat, love the story, the character interactions are the best it's been so far, and just everything about this game, some of the grinding and some of the extra stuff that they added for the Final Mix version,
Right.
especially the cups and their score attacks, go screw yourself on that front.
Yeah.
But overall, it's a genuinely good experience, and that is my full thoughts on this game. Saying some of the Final Mix stuff that we have yet to go over.
Yeah. So who starts next?
So are we about to get into the secret? We're about to get the secret cutscene next.
All right. Well, actually, yes.
Yeah, so it's probably mostly done by this point,
Yep.
so we should be good now.
Yeah.
Yep.
We should be
Which,
good.
speaking of, says quote unquote. Oh wait, no, we're not yet. But we don't have that song.
There's
playing
no
anymore.
vocals, so.
There's no vocals. So this is all the, like how the first game they have all those extra little mini
Yeah.
cutscene things
Right.
for when you resolve it. Similar thing here
Yep.
at this point for this half of the credits.
Okay. Then you
So-
can go next.
So yeah, go ahead.
I guess.
Yeah,
I'll
you,
go,
yeah.
I guess I'll go next then. So when it came to Kingdom Hearts 2, at least when it came to Kingdom Hearts franchise, I knew about one a long time ago, and I played bits and pieces of the game, but I didn't really get super invested into it.
Well, Mickey's back home.
but I have seen like the full game in action, the entire story, so I do know what happens on that front. I played Chain of Memories, so I did know the organization was a thing before the second game, but I never fully beat the game because fuck Riku.
The Rikupuka.
Yeah, Rikupuka and
the
GBA is
actual
horrible.
original
Yeah,
Chain
the
of
original,
Memories.
original Chain of Memories,
Oh,
Rikupuka. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Good lord.
And then I came to 2, and then I saw the rest of the organization. I'm like, well, I know I probably missed some members of the organization because I never beat the Chain members originally, but I'll just see what happens and play it out. I'll say 2's gameplay is absolutely phenomenal. There are definitely some shortcomings here that I feel like Remix definitely did help enhance as well. Mostly because when I was playing the game, when I first played, I was more of a brute force style player.
Yeah.
I wasn't very good at using magic, so.
Yeah.
And also, most of my experience I'm talking about is mostly coming from the original game. The way that they handled the forms was kind of a little bit iffy because I just couldn't really find myself wanting to use the forms because the way they had recovery items and how that operates is just awful. So I couldn't really embrace the forms as much as it's done in the remix version, which is something that I could say is a big plus, but there's that and the story. Let's put it this way. I love the organization as a concept, and I think they could have done a lot more with it. The fact that we brought this up a lot, but bringing back Maleficent was a stupid idea at its core, because as we saw in Beauty and the Beast world, where they introduced Zaldin and having him,
And now Beast is human.
Oh, okay.
who knows?
Just transformed into human, just
Yep.
like that.
Since when do you have that power?
Because,
There we go.
Oh.
but yeah, with Zaldin and Beauty and the Beast world being like one of the primo examples of how you can bring in the Heartless from the outside, but still have that overlying threat of the organization just being there.
Mhm.
And then you bring in Maleficent, and then you just force her in all over the place with a bunch of different areas, and it just kind of leads to make
Orange
things
gone.
makes things feel like the organization felt like an afterthought, and as a result, they're not really developed at all. Like we came with some cool ideas for some of the other characters, like instead of just bringing Pete in at all, have Luxor there for Pirates of the Caribbean, or have another organization member show up in Halloween Town instead of being Maleficent, but bring back Oogie Boogie and be like, because I think there was a piece of dialogue from in Halloween Town where it said like, oh, I think it was like a person in the black hood that went in my heart in particular. I'm pretty sure it was anyway.
So,
Yeah, that's just generally my big plot is just, I feel like the organization would have been cool enough and could have been done way better in execution, but my biggest gripe was also just bringing back Maleficent and just ruining the story as a whole altogether. And then there's the remix stuff, which I'm so glad they brought that in, that they fixed up the drive forms and all that, and I will say, there's that indicator of remembrance for those that like the first game and how it's more exploration heavy, which honestly didn't bug me too much because I was more into the combat than the exploration than anything else. But glad that it's there, and honestly, I'll say this much at the very least, just from witnessing remix version, I'd say it's probably the best version of this game to get if you have not played Kingdom Hearts at all.
damn right.
That's my 2 cents.
Okay. And I guess, MJ, your final thoughts.
One moment. Okay. Got that out. Okay, well, I will say this, just a perspective from me, 'cause, well, I've known the Kingdom Hearts series for quite a while, and I'll just say, well, I was never really that interested in it. And I was rolling with Kota when we were going through 1 and Recom. I still never got that really interested in it. I thought it was, like, kind of a little dumb. This game changed my opinion of it, actually. Because the way this game flowed, it looked a lot more fun than the previous 2 games did. And, well, at that point, I was actually interested in getting it. And playing up to before the end of this game, like I was saying, I had a lot of fun with it. The gameplay in this one was the best of the 3 so far, without a doubt.
Yeah, because they took the core gameplay of 1 and just trimmed the fat, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the forms definitely made it a lot better. Although, yeah, some of the grinding for the forms and the summons and just grinding in general for shit was kind of a little irritating. But when it came to the main game, it was pretty fun.
Well,
Definitely enjoyed like a lot of the combat and stuff. The boss fights were pretty fun. You know, I didn't get to do all of them yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely enjoyed a lot of it, and I thought that the yeah, I think this game was a pretty good RPG. That was one of the more notable ones from the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I know, it's the high point of the series. I know a bit of Days plots, and I can say, well, the plot does get worse from
Now,
here.
this was supposed to be a tease for, what's her face from 8.
Manoa.
Yes.
Ah.
But, of course, we'll never see her in the series.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
seriously.
Disney just doesn't know when to stop forcing their hand. I would have liked to see Manoa.
The people play these games for Disney, not for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
It's so annoying though because I play Final Fantasy. I first saw Leon in this game, so I'm grew too used to calling him Leon. Everyone called him, who the hell is Leon? Like, Squall? And, like everyone, I'm so used to the damn Kingdom Hearts calling him Leon. It's just kind of a thing now.
Well, they did vaguely hint at that in the first game when you accidentally said Squall, because the plot reasons is he changed his name to Leon because he was embarrassed he wasn't able to do anything with the Hollow Bastion route. Like all those years ago. That's why he changed the name to Leon.
Oh.
You know, I will say this much: for as much crap as the Kingdom Hearts games do give, I do kind of love the personality kind of give Leon.
Yeah, it's
Almost
like they
feels like he
actually
developed
gave these characters.
Yeah. Because I do like Final Fantasy, Squall Final Fantasy, don't get me wrong, but it kind of does feel like there definitely could be more. I think we already talked about how the idea of Final Fantasy would be made to develop, flesh out Leon or Squall's character could be definitely beneficial. But, and also the gameplay as well, obviously, which is probably a bigger thing. But, yeah.
I don't really have anything else to say, by the way. I pretty much gave my thoughts.
Although there was one thing I really did hate about this that I forgot to mention as a really big criticism. The way that they handled the boss is also kind of dumb.
Oh yeah, you need to have a
Finish your combo on the boss.
You have to finish the combo on the boss.
Oh, right, that too.
That was also correct. Yes.
That's the
That
only game
was
that
a
did
very
that, though,
good right.
so
Yeah.
thankfully they stopped doing it after this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please slip my
So
mind.
first, we got this cutscene.
Yep. And with this cutscene,
Wait for it.
This is the post-credits scene, huh?
Yep.
This is the main post-credits.
main post credits.
Right, not the secret one, I know.
Not the secret one. Well, the quote-unquote secret one.
Nothing's
Yeah, I'll
changed.
explain that
huh?
one after this one.
Yep.
Nothing will.
Now just back on Destiny Island, huh?
Yep.
Yep. Nothing of value is gonna
small
happen
world.
from here on out. They're just gonna live their
Yep.
normal lives.
But
Yep. Just gonna kick
part of
back,
one that's
relax.
much bigger.
Maybe we'll
Yeah.
finally get that dinner Source Mom's been cooked up
Yep.
all those years ago.
Maybe since it was
Hey,
stuck
Riku,
in the void for so long.
what do you think
yeah,
it
she probably
was?
refrigerated
The
it.
door to the
Maybe she's
light.
not. maybe she-
Leftovers!
Yeah, leftovers.
Maybe we should make that boat.
Yeah.
This.
We have a gummy ship, bro. You still
Yeah.
wanted that boat? We got a gummy
It's
ship.
always
man.
closer than you think.
I'll
What
get
the
to
boat?
that. I'll get to that.
We're gonna make that together.
Riku!
What
Oh
do you
shit, she's
want?
here. Shut up, Rico.
Hey, what's up?
Oh wait.
Black.
What do you want, you damn rat?
The biggest mistake that has been made by Nomura after this game.
Sorry, I left my keys in the garage. Can you go for me? God damn it.
Oh god.
How would you like to make us Kingdom Hearts cinematic?
Is this leading into Recoded? Right, 'cause that's technically the game that follows this, I guess.
Yes and no.
Well, not counting days.
Well, no, it's a
Days
yes
is
and no
something
for
else entirely.
Recoded. Because we won't find out what that letter's about until
Okay.
Recoded.
Ah, okay. So then again, the two games.
Now here's that secret ending. Now, in the original 2, you unlock this by depending on the difficulty you play on. If you play on beginner, you do not get it at all. You play it on normal, you have to get every journal entry in the original game to get
Whoa.
this scene,
Yep.
including the minigames for
Is
it.
that the him boss?
Not saying anything. Not saying anything. Yeah, on Proud Mode, you had to complete all the world's journal entries. On Critical, you just had to beat the game.
Right.
The harder you made it on yourself in the main game, the less you had to do.
Yep.
Nice trade-off.
Yes. Now, this was all you got in terms of the secret ending cutscene was where this cutscene ends. Now, in Final Mix,
They add something
there's
more.
a different variation of this scene.
Yep.
Which, remember those criteria I mentioned for just getting this in the original game? You gotta do it to get that variation of it.
Jeez, look at all these blades.
Yep.
Yep.
These are birth by sleep, guys, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Master Keyblade, the lawsuit, Memories Xenos, Chasers, Keyblade War. All began with. No, it didn't.
That's what they all say.